Alright, this looks like everyone, so I'm gonna get this show on the road, starting with our music disc. I actually think it's the wrong disc. Sorry guys. Just have to make do this week. Alright, I think that's my cue to start, or is the song gonna pick itself back up again? Alright, thank you everyone for coming to this meeting this day. I think this is our second meeting since changing to 114, so really good turnout today. Thank you all for coming. Thank you moderators, ordinators. We got another one. Care, welcome. Is Care in our Discord? Care, come join our Discord. Someone tell him. Welcome.
Hey.
Thanks for coming, mate. We got a lot of stuff today to cover. It's a big one. Alright, so I'd just like to start with a big shout out to our ordinators who have been working for many hours, just like myself, working very hard and being very dedicated and giving a lot to this server, giving a lot back. And yeah, I want to thank our ordinators. They've been giving so much to the server, and things wouldn't be half as good as they were now as if it wasn't for them. So thank you guys, and they deserve your gratitude and your respect. So same as our donators and our members, you guys have really been helping us make this possible. We've been going through a lot of big changes here on the server, not just in a gameplay sense, but we've been upgrading our servers. We've changed from a regular server to, the Ancient World for years, it was just one server. You'd connect to it, you go straight in. But now we've got this network thing going, and that's driving our fees up and such. But We're very thankful to have our members and our donators who are helping us make this happen and making our dreams a reality. We really want to grow the ancient world, or should I say the ancient worlds, which is now plural, because we're going to have more worlds, and it's all going to be bringing back all the things that we've had in the past. We've had so many ages and side worlds, like we've had the New World, and we've had other ones that aren't so as well known, such as the Darklands. So I'd really like to use this opportunity to bring all the worlds back in some form, and let people experience things that may have happened in the past and they've heard about, but they never quite understood it or weren't there to experience it. So we'd like to bring some of those back at some stage. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself here. We've got a whole signboard of things to cover. The first of which is our blog update. So we did a really big blog update. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to leave a link in the chat below. So if you haven't seen this yet, this was the big news just a few days ago, up on the blog there. So the TAW newsletter, 28th of August. So what's new? So this post pretty much just covers all the big changes, all the things that we were working on for that week and the week before, server upgrades, the return of several plugins such as shops, and also new vote shop items, the XP economy. So be sure to check out the blog post, guys, and the codex pages for all those new features. We've also got a city update there. So the city's been going along really well. I'm really proud of you guys. I was very worried at first when we started that, because we didn't have a plan. We just opened the floodgates and people started building, and I was worried that we were going to get another Oaks Rest 2.0, and I'm not saying Oaks Rest was bad. Oaks Rest was a fantastic spawn, but it did get a little bit out of control. The growth of it kind of just grew in all directions, and yeah, it was messy. That's right. So we kind of nipped it on the butt this time and created a barrier around, and the spawn's a lot better for it. So nice work, guys. Very proud of you for helping us out with that. We've also got a poll. That's right. The city name poll, which I have not looked at. I did not look at the results of this yet. I purposely stayed away from it because I wanted to check it out for the meeting and get my first impressions there. So I'm going to open that up now and have a look and see what the result is of that. View results. The Voyager's Wharf seems to be winning. Phantom's Rest second. Very cool. Oh wait, it's tying with Port Acre. Only 10 people. Come on, guys. Get your votes in. If you haven't voted yet, we're going to have a second round anyway. So we're going to choose the top 3 or 4 choices, and we're going to hold a second vote, just to make sure we get the name that most people want. Or it was broken. Hey, yeah, sorry about that. We wanted to use Poll Daddy again, which is what we usually use for the polls, but I think they want to charge money now to make polls, so we didn't really want to use it. Very cool. Alright, so if you haven't voted yet, guys, I'm going to share the link with yous in the chat. Let me know if this works or if it doesn't work. So if you haven't voted yet, there's the link. Great. Doesn't work? Oh. I'll make a new poll. that's what we'll do. So when I do the blog post for this meeting, I'll start a new poll. Okay, guys, we'll start again with one that works. Sound good? All right. We're not in a hurry. We're not in a hurry to name the city. I think we're doing just fine. So what else we got on the board here? I think I want to talk about some of the new worlds that we have in the works or in the pipeline. We're not quite working on them yet, but they're a possibility. So I'm going to leave another link in the chat. Check this out, guys. So this is just concept ideas, but these are just some of the ideas I have for more worlds that we can visit. Anarchy World is already up, now known as Vanilla Minecraft, which is basically just a easy unmoderated world. So we're going to have another poll soon for worlds. No rules is grayed out. It is. Where is it? It's supposed to be there. I don't know why it's not there. Well, that server's already up, and it's no rules. Like, we don't have time to moderate 2 servers. I don't think we've got the resources to do it, especially one like that. So, yeah, no rules. Just, I'm not even going to go in there. I'm not even going to go to that world. It's just there. Actually, there's a reason why we have that server. Oh, well, the lag machine. Well, don't do that. Just because you can do it, doesn't mean you should. Okay, so we're actually expecting a lot of new players on the server soon. I don't know how many of you know this, but my brother, he has a YouTube channel with 600,000 subscribers, and he gets upwards of 100,000 views on each of his videos, and he's going to be doing a straight up advertisement for the Ancient World in the coming weeks. So we're going to get hundreds of new players coming through our network. So that's part of the reason why I've been working so hard to get these other worlds up, because I don't think the Ancient World is going to be able to support so many people. So we're going to need to have like overflow worlds, and that's pretty much what the Anarchy World's there for. It's for when the Ancient World's full, we don't have 100 people stuck in the lobby, bouncing around and trying to get into the Ancient World portal. They got to go somewhere, so they're going to go into the Anarchy World. Members will have priority, yes. So if the Ancient World's full, if you're a member, you will have a reserve slot, so you can join the Ancient World even if it's full. And we're probably going to have about 30 slots on the Ancient World. I think that would be the safest bet for what we can handle here. So we'll have about 30 slots, so that will be up to 30 free-to-play, quote-unquote, players, and then members will be on top of that. So, if you want to have a reserve slot, check out our premium membership option, which is up on the blog at the moment. All the details are there. And you get other goodies too. You get a pet every month, and you get to create more shops, you get to build portals, all kinds of cool stuff, and we're going to be adding more things soon. So, and you get to support the server, so that helps us a lot. Thanks. What else we got here? A lot of notes to go through, guys, but if you haven't added a sign yet, guys, we've got 2 spaces left if you want to add your signs. Chat changes. Okay, so this kind of relates to the whole new player thing. If we're going to get lots of players on, I'm proposing we... premium memberships are $12 a month. That's right, overkill. And basic membership is $8, but the basic membership doesn't have the reserve slot. It just has the basics. So it has what is it? It's got more creative slots. It's got more shops. It's got a few of the base features, but it doesn't have the extras. Donators get the one-time reward, which is the the title and a pet for their donation. Yeah, Turtle Sawyer. We would like to. We're gonna have a max player amount of 30, but yeah, we got to prepare for lag and a lot of players trying to get in, but we're going to limit the Ancient World to only about 30, so a max of 30. So if there's 30 people who join the server because of the YouTube videos, the advertisement, we'll have 30 new players, and then members on top of that, because they will be able to join regardless if the server's full. Sorry, I'm just getting to the comments. I just sort of got ahead of myself there, but I can see what you guys are saying. Yeah, they might stay for about a week, but I mean, there's a few people who joined a week or so ago, right? You guys are still playing, Bose? Yeah, we want to upgrade. We're looking at dedicated server options, but of course these kinds of upgrades increase our budget. Right now we're within budget, but I really am aiming for that kind of hardware. We wanna get there at some stage soon, hopefully very soon. I want to get us our own machine. Yeah, Bose. Yeah, you and some other guys. Yeah, you guys joined. We probably got like maybe 100 people. I don't know if that's an exaggeration. Maybe about 100 people, and that was from Vertigo making a comment, like a YouTube comment. And I think maybe only 10 of you guys stayed, but that's just how it goes. You get a lot of people come in and just check it out. But we're gonna have more stuff soon anyway. We're gonna have city plots. Sorry, they're ready now. So when we get new players on, at least they'll be able to have a home in the city. Yeah, Turtlesaur. It's gonna be more than we can handle. Hopefully not, but we're doing our best to prepare for it. Both in game with the city plots, and as well as server upgrades, so we can actually handle the load. Yeah, we moved. I don't know if you guys remember all the downtime we had last week, but we moved like 5 times from different hosts. It was a nightmare. But I think we want to get some better hardware still at this point. It's on the agenda. So yeah, the chat changes. So when we get a lot of people on, it's going to be really crowded. So there may be some changes to the way chat works. So right now you can freely use global chat, and that's great for us right now. But when we have 30, 40 people on the server, it's going to be really crowded. So we're thinking about either disabling global chat or adding a very long sort of cooldown period after using it. So it's sort of like just imagine it like it's an ability that you can use once every so often. So you'll be using it more sparingly. Either that or we have it disabled. I'm not quite sure how we're going to handle that. And I think local chat range is going to be reduced a bit. Yeah, so every few minutes you can just use it wisely. If you need to say something important or ask help on something, use it. But it's not going to be useful for having actual discussions over global chat. And that was never the reason for global anyway. I've always discouraged that, not to use global chat for ongoing discussions. It's not really what it's for. So we may even change the name of global, change it to something else. I don't know. So yeah, expect changes to the chat in the coming weeks. Yep, you can direct message people. Yeah, it's very easy to do that as well. If you guys don't know about it, you can reply to someone in direct message by just typing this. So just a lot of people don't know this, but it's so easy to reply to someone who messages you. Just /R and then type message, and it replies to the last person who messaged you. So that's probably the best way to have long distance conversations with people. And currently the local chat range is 300 blocks, so that covers the entire span of the city plus a bunch of the wilderness. We're probably going to reduce that down I don't know if you guys want to make some suggestions, but 50 maybe. That's pretty much like right, you know, face to face almost. 100 at the most, maybe down to 50 at the least, something like that. So, you know, if you want to chat to people, you got to go to the local tavern, see what people are up to. Oh yeah, change the visible range of the player models. Space out, is that your idea? That sounds like a good idea, space out, in theory. But yeah, you guys should have the ignore command if you want to ignore someone. Don't suggest ignoring people though, it's not the best way to solve problems. You should talk it out. Talk it out, boss. Like a man. Okay. Chorus fruit, illegal. You put this up. Would you like to fill this in? I'm not educated on the chorus fruit thing, so you know, I'm sure some other people here might not be as well. So you want to fill us in on what's going on with the chorus fruits? Is it like the berries? Does it stab people? What's it do? What's it doing now? Okay, so it's like a hack, right? Are we worried about people getting into secure bases and PvPing and stuff? Is that the concern? I see, okay. Well, I suppose we could either make it a rule, but I think I'd rather just get a plugin that disables the function, because we only have so many moderators to moderate these things, and we can't moderate all player behavior, of course, so we can look into options to block that out. Time to start writing down notes, I think. For those who haven't been to a meeting before, normally I write these things down, and then in the coming week I try to roll these out into a server update. So, does everyone agree that chorus fruit should be blocked? Chilfin wants to be different. Don't you, Chilfin? It's unanimous. Unanimous vote. Well, we're not really a faction server. The only reason we really added factions in the first place was not to supplement PvP, but was to protect people's things. We never really had the PvP thing in mind, even though we don't disallow PvP. the whole idea has always been, if you're in your base, in your claims, you should be safe. But if you go out into the wilderness, it's fair game. Yeah, we always bring it back to PvE in some way. Yeah, if you want to raid people, we've got an Arky server, and there's nothing preventing you from taking all the stuff. It's all there for the taking, and you can put your stuff that you take into ender chests or whatever. And I don't know. You can raid turtle. If something's unclaimed, you can raid it. If someone walks outside of their base and you kill them and they lose power and you claim over their base, you can raid it. That's fine too. But if someone's secure in their base, I suppose chorus fruits is a way to teleport in and attack them, right? That's what this is about. Oh, thank you. Space out. So what do I do with this? I eat it? What do I do? Do I throw it in the air? How does it work? Oh. I don't think I have a mouth. No mouth. Yeah, well, Chorus Fruit was another addition by Mojang that didn't really take into consideration Minecraft servers and the way things are, so I'm going to say we just disable it. We still got ender pearls, and you can still kill players. It's not like we've disabled PvP, it's just, it's a bit of a, it seems a bit exploitive to be able to teleport like that with something that's in such abundance. You can grow so much of it. At least with ender pearls, you have to kind of earn it. But so I'm gonna just say, put that on the record that we're gonna blacklist Chorus Fruit. Pop Chorus Fruit? How do you mean? Oh, well, I don't think the block's going to be... I don't think we're going to block the item. It's just going to be blocking the teleport function of it. That's going to be the first priority anyway, so... I'll try and look for a way to do it like that. I don't want to just block it out, the item itself. Yeah, more plugins, great. Love it. We need more of those. Okay, let's move to the next topic, guys. Ordinator code. This is an ordinator topic, so I'm going to leave the stage for you guys to discuss it. Ordinators, come take the stage. Alright, well, I didn't ask you guys to come over and have a dance and make out. Come on. Be professional. You guys can use voice if you like, or just whatever, however you want to do it. Tell us about the new Ordinator laws and rules.
Oh, hey. Okay, so at my tavern, I currently have items such as Terthian gold, but I also have tokens of triumph over there. What necessarily counts as a Tirth item? Because really, the tokens of triumph come from killing, the minions of Tirth. Thank you, Beasley Stud. So I do have um I have Ergothoa and Kataxa items, such as a tome at spawn. So I would need to move those, right? Okay, cool. Is there a grace period for cleaning this stuff out? Cool, cool.
And if you don't, the Ordinators are going to come down on you hard, and you're going to be in the dungeons, and you're going to be screaming in pain, tortured. So you better get to it, son.
Oh, okay. Wait, so the tokens also count. Okay. All right. So basically anything at all that's any way related. Okay. Yeah, I know, but they're pretty.
Well, nobody should be stealing from anyone else at spawn anyway. It's part of the divine protection rule, right? So if they do steal stuff from item frames, they will be jailed, correct? Okay, I'll make a proposition for you guys, okay? If one of the Phantom titles wins the city name poll, I will make it so Phantoms only spawn at the city and nowhere else in the world. Does that sound fair? So, if the city gets called Phantoms something, it will be Phantom Central and nowhere else. So, it'll be the one place. No, we don't like that. We'll quadruple the spawns. Cold Wave will put spawners up at the max height level just to multiply them a bit more. Won't you, Cold Wave? Thousands of screeches. Yeah, that wasn't all the rules, was it, guys? We had a few more, or... Yeah, these will be posted on the blog post as well, guys, so... They'll all be there. And I'm pretty sure the Ordinators are going to have some books and stuff. We're going to use those lectins, right? Have those rules posted around town. Got to let the law be known. Hmm. Just so you guys know, a lot of these, some of these rules are more like RP rules. So you're not necessarily breaking server rules. You know, they're not serious crimes. You're not going to get banned for walking around spawn with a sword. But it's more like like to bring a sense of RP to the city. So, you know, if you're walking around with a weapon, the guards are gonna, you know, question you and things like that. So. You won't stand for order, Shilfin? So then what do you stand for? Chaos? Yes, on the topic of Ordinator rules, so Ordinators are going to have their own laws that they have to follow. And there's going to be a new rank of Ordinator. We're going to get to this later, but we're going to have two ranks of Ordinators. We're going to have the moderator Ordinators, who are going to have the golden name tag, and they're the Ordinators that have the moderator powers. They can roll things back, they can fix things, and they have sort of admin abilities and stuff. But then we're going to have a lower rank of Ordinator, which is more like an RP rank, and they're going to be the ones that kind of enforce the roleplay laws around the city. So if anyone's interested in being an Ordinator, so you got to just show your interest and sort of, I guess, just be in character in the city and show that you have that kind of mentality, that kind of roleplay sort of interests. And if you really are interested in role-playing an Ordinator, then you could be sworn in. You could be the first one to be sworn in. We could have a couple of them. I don't know how many we're going to have a month, maybe once a month or something. We'll sworn someone in. But Osu was the first one, yes, but Osu is a moderator as well. So we're talking about a new rank of Ordinators. Yeah, he's a new Ordinator, so he still has to be promoted. He's still in his like trial period right now. So if all goes well for the next few weeks, he will be promoted to a higher rank. And the yellow rank is the roleplay rank currently. Yes, he's being reprogrammed. That would mean you are a heretic because you worship false gods, and you will be punished accordingly. You got to hide your shrine under your house or something. You know, you got to be like really quiet about it. When well, Beastly, I think we're going to have our own set of laws for Ordinators as well. So that will be up. So the normal roleplay Ordinators who enforce the roleplay rules, they're not going to have faction bypass permissions and stuff. They can't burst into your house and go searching. That's not within their power to do that. But in a roleplay sense, if you are suspected of that, you may be searched, I guess. If there's reason to believe that you're a Turth worshipper. I mean, if there's netherrack, flowing out of your dungeon under your house, then it's a pretty good indicator that you've got some kind of shrine under there that's generating something. Tishan. So weapons are not going to be allowed to be brandished at spawn. Doesn't matter if it's diamond or what. Well, Beastly, if they're being abusive of power, they're breaking Ordinator laws as well. So that's going to be up to the higher ranking Ordinators. That's their job to enforce that onto the newer ranks. Yeah, these aren't going into effect yet either. Well, the first time we had Ordinators on the server, it was like this, but it didn't work out so well. I think we didn't have a proper Ordinator code set up, and the lower ranking Ordinators didn't really have good direction given to them, so we're hoping this time we can have a more successful Ordinator system going. So, because it's really cool to have this kind of thing on the server. We could just have moderators, or we can have Ordinators, and sort of something unique for our server. But if you're living within the city, you have to follow the laws of the city. So no one's going to come to your base, 1,000 blocks out, looking for, punishing you because you have a shrine to Turth. The Ordinators, that's not their jurisdiction to do that. Their jurisdiction is in the city. So if you live within the city, you have to follow that city's laws. Turth's a nerd, huh? You're a nerd. Alright, so is there any more rules, guys? Any more roleplay laws or anything you want to mention before we move on to the next topic? Yes, please list those out. And once we have this new blog post come up for this meeting, they'll be laid out properly for everyone to see. So. The roleplay laws, Shilfrin, yeah, the RP stuff. So when you're in the city, you know, you've got to follow the city's laws. And once again, I'm going to stress this once again, that roleplay laws are not server rules. So you're not going to get banned from the server for breaking the law. It's not what the laws are there for. The laws are just there to bring about some RP scenarios. And it's all just for fun, guys. We're just doing it for fun. And we should have a courthouse too, I think. I think we're going to have a courthouse, so you'll be able to stand trial and all that stuff. It's going to depend on if the ordinators want that, though. They may just want to throw you in the dungeon, you know. I don't know if they want to, you know, prove that you're guilty or not. They may just say you're guilty and throw you in there. I don't know. We're going to have to see. Heretical items must be offered to the gods by ordinators so that their powers may be drained and destroyed. Failure to do so will result in demotion and banishment. So that is one ordinator law. That's an ordinator rule right there. So you're not going to have ordinators using their abilities to hoard stuff. They have to offer the things that they take. If they take a Turth item or something, they got to offer it to the gods. So it's not for them to benefit from it, to gain from it. I think we had that problem in Age of Orostar. We had ordinators that were taking things for themselves, and we're not going to have that this time. Are we not doing the gold rule? The no gold rule? Did someone break a sign? Did one of my sign get broken? Who broke my sign? I'm going to find you who did that. I'm going to make you put it back up. Yeah, just don't wear the armor. Yeah, the gold armor is what's not allowed, because it impersonates an ordinator. Wearing a set of gold armor is like a uniform for them. So if you're wearing gold armor around the city, you are impersonating an ordinator, and that's against the law to impersonate an officer. What's this about butter? I'm hearing a lot of things about butter here. I don't get it. Yellow leather. Well, that's not gold, so that's okay. Okay. Very good. Thanks, guys. Thanks for doing that. A round of applause for our alternators for all their hard work. Thanks, guys. Hey, I'm gonna. Very good. Haha. Okay. So before we move on to the next sign, I'm just going to put a couple advertisements out and then we'll continue from our sponsors. Here we go. The general store is now going to be open after the server meeting. So once you get off the boat at spawn, take a right turn after the safe house and you will find the new general store where you can buy some items there for very, very fair prices. Check that out after the meeting, guys. Also, we have a competition coming soon. I'm not going to announce what it is yet. It may be a topic for the next meeting, or it may be an announcement very soon. But yeah, we have a competition coming up, guys, so stay tuned for that, and there will be reward prizes for the winners. No, there's no ad block here. Sorry, mate. Okay, so that's it for our sponsors. Moving on to the next sign. Here we go. What do we got? Auto farms, villager farms, and XP farms. This is a hot topic, I think. This is going to be a hot topic. So, with the introduction of XP economy, so in the interest of not having infinite ways of gaining XP while you're AFK or just exploiting Minecraft mechanics to get thousands and thousands of XP. That's the main angle we're coming from here with this potential rule. So we don't want people to earn XP by standing next to a grinder and going AFK for 8 hours, right? No one wants that. That's not fair on anyone. So auto farms, villager farms, and XP farms. So from my understanding, villager farms. So villagers, you can trade emeralds for XP bottles, right? Do we know that's a fact? How efficient is it? Do we know how efficient that is? Is it like, can you trade emeralds for XP bottles forever? Is that how the mechanic works? I'm not familiar with this. I need to be educated. They're capped, okay. Once a day. Because that's going to be ultimately what it comes down to. If it's somehow capped and it's not, you know, yeah. Well, that's one of the great reasons why we put XP in as the new currency. So I don't know where the cutoff lies. I mean, if you can earn, I don't know, what could you say is an unreasonable amount of XP in an unreasonable amount of time? I think we had last stage, someone, I will not mention the name, found a way to make lots and lots of quartz by making a wheat farm, and that was unintended for someone to get that much XP. I think they bought the gift of the month or the artifact of the month before anyone else could, and that wasn't really fair for everyone else. We're going to find other ways to circumvent that anyway. We're going to come to that last. That's the last topic on the board, the gift of the month, which is the new artifact of the month. Anyway, getting ahead of myself there. Yeah, we don't want to restrict people too much, not only because we don't want people to feel restricted, but also because our resources to moderate and enforce certain rules is very limited, and if we have too many rules, there's too many holes. We can't plug up everything, so we have to make compromises. Yeah, no mob grinders. Yeah, no mob grinders. And there's more than one reason not to have a mob grinder, not just because of the XP, but mob grinders are pretty bad on server performance as well. So I think that's just always going to be against the rules to have mob grinders for that reason. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of them around, but Yeah, so I don't think we're too worried about the villager farms yet. I mean, how much XP do you think you can make reasonably in X amount of time? Yeah, so 12 bottles a day is not crazy. I think I make more than that from the wool shop in the city, so it's not bad. So yeah, coming out of this topic, mob grinders are still remain against the rules. Still remain against the rules. If you type /rules like that, type that command in, and you'll see it's already on there. It's always been on there. It's considered exploiting the game mechanics in some way. So auto fishes, auto farms. Will there be a way to convert old quartz into XP? We've thought about doing that. Do you want to chip in on that, moderators? Are we doing that in the general store at spawn? Are we doing any kind of conversions? Or is it just going to be shops only? Buying things? Yeah, we don't want to just have a huge, like, we don't want people just coming up and cashing out, you know, like withdrawing so much, like a bunch of XP. Yeah. If you don't like having so much quartz taking up all your storage, you could always just start building with it or donate it to a cause. Maybe start up a shop and spawn, call it the Quartz Warehouse Exchange, and sell it all. Sell it all. There you go. There's your conversion. I'm sure someone's going to want to buy it, right? Ah, beastly. I'll come up with a better one. Don't worry. Give me some time. Give me a couple days. I'll come up with something good. You're going to have to see what's in the general store. I think we're just selling standard stuff in there. Nothing too out of the ordinary. I don't think we're changing the economy. We really want to keep the XP economy for this age. It's decision's been made, I think. Does everyone know how to store XP into bottles? Alright. Okay, for those of you who don't know how to store your XP, check out this page on our codex. Follow that link. It's a very, very simple, guys, how to do it. And that's how you want to probably store away your earnings. Well, guys, half the reason why we've chosen XP is because we're going to be getting a lot of new players on the server, and we want things to be kind of accessible to them. And XP is a really simple, straightforward way. You know, there's so many ways to earn XP in the game. A player mines for a little bit, or they kill a couple monsters and they've got some currency. It's not like, oh, we're not going to get XP. We're not going to get the job system again. That was terrible. I'm sorry. I know it was fun, but it was terrible from this side of things, like setting it up and balancing it and all that. It was a nightmare. It was like a minefield. You fix one thing and then something else needs fixing, you know? So XP is the most accessible way, the best choice right now for us, I think. Well, trading's fine, but you can't open a store and be offline and still make money or still have items available to people if you're offline. With trading, you have to be present for it. That's right. You can't rent with trade. We need a currency on the server. Well, let's see how it goes, guys. We've never used XP before. We've always used items. We've used quartz. We've used what was the other one? We had souls once. Souls. Okay, next sign, guys. What do you reckon? So I think that settles it. We're not going to be banning villager farms, but auto farms are still banned as usual. Business as usual, guys. Next sign. New events. Okay. Sham. Yes, Sham. Do you want to talk about something? We take the stage? No? Yes? Sham's been working very hard on a secret project. I'm not sure how much he's willing to reveal, but it's going to be up to him. So Shem, it's supposed to be a series of events, maybe smaller events that lead up to one bigger event, like a chain, a story chain. Very good. Okay, so... And it's going to be... so we don't have a release date for it or anything. It's a work in progress, but we wanted to get it out there and let you guys know that it does exist. Very good. So when that write-up is ready, or is it ready today? Okay, do you want me to share it? I'm not quite sure where to put it. It reaches the maximum amount that I can put in text, so maybe we can save it for the blog. We'll do some kind of little advertisement for it. Thank you, Sham. Alright. Oh, the old player bias is real. Or new player bias. Cool. So is that's everything, Shem? We'll have to wait for the blog post, right, to have the rest of those details revealed. Feel free to send me anything else that you want included in that. Very good. Thank you. What are you doing over there, Cold Wave? What do we got here? We've got a couple more signs to go through. In other words, we're about halfway. Alright, yeah, it might be a couple days. Hopefully not. Aussies upside down, Brits, or just Vegemite given sentence. What? Can Drak get a quieter keyboard? No. Spawner with Silk Touch. What's that about? Spawner with Silk Touch. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, spawners aren't really allowed anyway, like mob grinders and stuff. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Sorry, guys. Buildcraft. So, someone put up this sign, Buildcraft. Would you like to fill us in on what that is? Yes, Bose. What's Buildcraft? Oh, okay, mods. Mods aren't really going to be a thing because we don't have mod support on this server. Oh, okay, yeah. But it's a mod. It's a client mod, right? We may have modded servers in the future. That's sort of what I was proposing earlier with this little thing. Check out this image that I posted earlier. The Darklands, that is a modded server. So it is possible for us to have modded servers, but the Ancient World is not one of them. So you never know, we might get something like that in the future. Really depends on what's prioritized. We're gonna have a poll for these some of these server ideas. So we'll be trying to work on, because we only have very limited amount of things we can work on at a time, only one server at a time. So we can't do all of it at once. But so we'll run a poll on that. New players damaging old ruins and builds. Can we prevent it? Well, not really outside of World Guards. And we want to keep World Guards to a minimum. Because we want to have player freedom, you know. If someone finds a ruin somewhere that they really like and they want to build it up into their own base, they should be able to do that. And we don't want to restrict players too much. On the other hand, there are players out there who just want to break everything. I don't know if they're that common anymore, especially now, with but we do encourage new players not to break ruins, not to break the blocks. You can loot the chests, they can raid it, but just don't mine out the floors and that kind of stuff, because you know, we like to preserve our history as best we can. But outside of straight up moderating them, there isn't really anything else we can do but encourage not to do that. So that, I think that answers that question. Does anyone have any questions about that? No? There's a lot of joke topics on here. I can see the next one already. It's not... Get out of here. Oh shit. I broke the wall. Okay. Yeah. Donations. I'm gonna fix it, don't worry. There we go. It's all fixed, guys. So this is very vague, this topic. It just says donations. So can we get some an explanation? Who placed this sign up and what's it about? Well, we know it's about donations, but what about donations? Chilfin? Ah, yes. Yep. Previously, all the donation rewards were given. Will they carry over? Do you mean the pet tiers and the titles, the name titles? Okay, well we still have the donation. If you go to the website, we have, there's actually 2 pages up on the top banner. There's a membership and a donation shop tab. So the donations are still the same. You get a pet and you get a title, and if you become a member, so if you're already a donator and then you become a member, well, you gain the benefits of being a member, and you get a new pet, and you can get a title change if you wish. But mainly the memberships are for the other features. So what were those again that we got? That's the wrong button. So these are we've got 2 tiers of memberships. So we've got the basic membership and the premium membership. So the basic membership gets you, other than the pet and the title, which is what donators get, basic memberships get also more creative world plots. They can create more shops, and they can build portal gates. So that's the basic membership. The premium membership, once again, you get a pet and a name title, but you also get to choose a new pet every month, and you get to choose and you get to have a name title change anytime you like. You just do a request and you get a name, so you don't have to donate to get another title. You can request one. You get the more creative plots. You get unlimited shops, build portal gates, and there's going to be more things soon. And there's also the reserve slots. The membership amount, do you mean the costs, like the membership costs? No, not really. It's just sort of a starting point, and we'll probably have giveaways, so we'll have some giveaways, but we might have like discounts and stuff. But this is where we're starting from based on our needs for the servers right now, because well, right now we're running 6 servers. So compared to, we used to only run one server, the Ancient World, but now we've got a Bungie server, a lobby server, you know, creative server, vanilla world server, and then there's going to be another one opening up. So our fees have been going up, so hopefully we can do some discounts or some kind of prizes and things. Who's posting that weird stuff? Yeah, so I don't know if that answers your question. Donations, rewards carrying over to memberships. Was that? Yeah. No worries. No worries. Yeah. Well, there's the page anyway. If anyone wants to get clarification on that. If you scroll down to the bottom of that page, there is a short section on the donation rewards as well. So you can see the donation rewards are the same as they were. Okay, next topic, the artifacts. Okay, we're gonna get to that last. Alright, Care, thanks for coming, mate. Is gold banned? No, it's not. Okay, so I think we're at our last sign here. The gift of the month. I was saving this one for last. So, in the previous age, we had artifacts of the month. So they were usually very powerful artifacts that you could buy. Normally there was only one that you could get. So we're doing something a little bit different here. It's more or less the same thing. It is an artifact. It does have powerful enchantments, and they're very limited in number. But we're going to call them gift of the months now. And the whole theme around it is they're themed around the new gods. So when you get a gift of the month, it's like you have received a gift from the gods, and that's the theme. So these aren't, strange artifacts that were found in a ruin or found in the nether or something like that. These are gifts from the heavens, and that's the theme. So our first gift of the month, I'm going to be holding it right now. Check it out. This is the Vastian's Holy Lance. And there's going to be 5 of these, so we're going to have limited quantities, but not just one. We have 5 of these available to buy, so don't stress too much that you're not going to get it. You have 5 chances, and this will be sold in the city, inside of the what do you call it, Cold Wave? The structure. But it will be available after the server meeting. Not the general store. The gazebo. I think that's a bit of an understatement. Overkill. The dome. You know, the thing that the beacon. The dome thing. Yeah. It's going to be sold there, and it'll be available after the server meeting. Do you guys want to take a look at it? Pass it around. Behave yourselves. Don't steal it. Here we go. Take a look at the stats and pass it on. I forgot to change that image. Whoops. Oh, there you go, off the screen. What resolution are you on? You on 480p? I'm on 1440, but 1080, 180. So once you've had a look at it for a second, pass it on to the next person. Let everyone have a look. Chilfin, got it now. Have a look at that. What do you think that's worth, Chilfin, in XP? How much XP do you think it's worth? Oh, we don't know the price yet. Or is it 50k? Do we know that yet? The price on that? Is it 50k? It's 50k, and there'll be 5 of them available. I think Chilfin's AFK, so he's got the lance. He ain't letting go. I'll get it off him, don't worry. Alright. Here we go. Oops. here we go. Who wants to look at it next? Hakan, you want to look at it? Here you go. Yes, it'll be limited to 1 per player, that's right. Yeah, but it really wouldn't be fair if someone bought 2 of them. Okay, anyone else want to take a look at it? It's right there in the middle. Anyone want to have a look? Spartan? Beastly? No one's interested? Okay. Alright, I got it back. If anyone wants to look at it, let me know. I don't think so, Sawyer. Just one purchase per player. Spartan, have you looked at the lance? It's our first gift of the month, right there. It will be available shortly after the meeting. Who's dying? What's going on? You drank a little too much, mate. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to discuss? Very good. Yeah, well, we've just hit about an hour and a half mark, and that's usually that's our meeting adjourned, I think, guys. So, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you, moderators, ordinators. Thank you everyone for showing up and contributing. We got a long road ahead, guys. We got a lot of big plans for the server, and I hope you guys will stick around and support us through it. We've got another server meeting coming up. We do these every second week on Sunday. So that would be, the next one would be what, the Sunday the 15th. That's our next server meeting. Did you get? Very nice.